Hiya! Welcome! I'm back today with another taste test video. A lot of you enjoyed when I tested and reviewed Marley coffee a couple of weeks ago. So I thought I would test and review another drink that I've never had before. And this time I've gone to America, not literally, for one of the United States' most legendary soft drinks, and one I've never had before. Royal Crown, or better known as RC Cola. So about a week ago, I picked up 3 cans of this in my local shop. They were selling them for £1, and I thought, yeah, I'll try this. I like cola. I don't drink it an awful lot, but I like to have it once or twice a week, usually with a takeaway, an Indian or pizza, something like that. And when I saw that RC Cola, which is a brand I've never tried before over here or when I've visited America, but I know it's like the number 3 brand of cola, quite a distant third in the United States behind Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So looking at this can, which is very cold as it's just come out of my fridge, it is imported, so it's got like a UK address on, or a very brief one, just London and a postcode, but it was manufactured and canned in America, 330 mils. It's produced by JSC Georgian Beer Company for Soft Drinks Georgia Limited. So Cott Beverages, I think, is the parent company. It's in quite an attractive blue can. You can see probably the condensation coming down off it. I'm really looking forward to trying this. Like I say, cola is one of my favourite soft drinks. I tend to drink just tea and coffee generally throughout the day, but with a meal, particularly like a takeaway, I will enjoy a nice cola, usually Coke or Pepsi. I think I probably prefer Coke out of those two, but I like them both. Let's read some of this bump before I get this going. So, Royal Crown, or RC Cola, since 1905, Columbus, Georgia, USA. Icy cold, refreshingly different. Nothing comes close to Royal Crown Cola, an American favourite since 1905. So, not as old as Coca-Cola, but I'm guessing it's maybe older than Pepsi, or is Pepsi a bit older than that? I don't know. Millions of people in more than 45 countries around the world enjoy every day the delicious taste of our cola. Tastes change, good taste doesn't. Okay then. So I think what RC Cola's main selling point here, certainly if you're buying this in America, and you wouldn't get this exact can there because this is like an import can, but they do use actual sugar, whereas I know Coke and Pepsi, or the normal Coke and Pepsi in America, that's always sweetened with high fructose corn syrup, which is basically the same thing, but not quite, and it's a lot cheaper, isn't it? So it looks like RC, at least for their import cans, they use real sugar. It's the second ingredient on here after carbonated water. I won't go through all the ingredients, but there is sweetener in here as well, aspartame. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So I get the feeling this probably used to have more sugar in it, and then they've reduced the sugar content and put like half sugar, half sweetener or something like that in. But anyway, we'll see what it's like. I want to try it. So let's get this open. By the way, I think this is a couple of weeks out of date, but I don't think that's going to affect it at all. In fact, I should have looked before I opened the can, but the sell-by date, or the best before date, is the 13th of June. That was only a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, you open it and it just smells like a can of Coca-Cola or Pepsi. So nothing really to say other than that regarding the aroma. I think the proof of the pudding is going to be in the eating, or the drinking in this case. I'm just going to pour myself a little bit, because if I enjoy it, then I'm going to save the rest and have it with my lunch later on. There we go. Didn't really pour it properly, so I've got to wait for this head to settle down now. Still fizzing a lot, so if this drink had been quite a few months out of date, I think it would have lost a lot of its fizz, but as you can see, it's still very fizzy. It's probably a bit sacrilegious pouring RC Cola into a Pepsi glass, but this was like the first glass that I had to hand, really. That's just about settled down. So, bottoms up. Cheers. It's nice. It's very nice. It reminds me of a good quality supermarket own brand cola, if you see what I mean. Not like a really cheap sort of Tesco value thing, but like, I don't know, what supermarket own brand colas have I had before that I've always found them pretty good? I don't really know. I've bought mainly Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and then a couple of these more sort of unusual artisan ones in my recent past. It's not quite as sweet as I thought it'd be. That's probably because, like I said, although it's got real sugar in it, it's also got sweetener in it, so I get the feeling they've substituted a lot of the sugar for sweetener in a more recent revision to the recipe. But I do like it. Comparing it to Coke and Pepsi, it stands up. I think if you were to give someone this and not tell them it was Royal Crown, and even do like a taste comparison where you'd give them normal Coke or a normal Pepsi, unless you were like really hardcore into your cola, you'd probably be able to tell the difference, and you'd know, oh, that's Coke, that's Pepsi, but you'd probably think, oh, is this like a, I don't know, like a Coke Zero? Although it's not got like an aftertaste like diet soft drinks, diet colas and Zero colas have, even though I was expecting one with it having aspartame in it. But it's nice, it's really nice. It's refreshing. Like I say, not kind of a strange aftertaste, what you sometimes get with a lot of diet drinks. This isn't a diet drink, it's still got quite a lot of sugar in it, it being the second ingredient. But yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, I got 3 of these cans, not tried it before today. Have a quick look at the nutrition facts here, see if that sheds any light on anything. The calories in this can is 50 calories, so I think that's quite low for a 330ml cola drink that has got sugar in it. Carbs 13 grams, and then everything else just says 0 grams, because obviously there's not going to be fat or protein or sodium in it. I think that's definitely got to be less calories than normal Coke with sugar or corn syrup if you're in America. If you're looking for a decent cola drink that isn't a diet one, that's still got real sugar in it, but you want one that's less calories than normal Coke and Pepsi, then I think this would certainly be a way to go, because it's nice. It doesn't taste cheap. It tastes, I wouldn't say it tastes premium either. It tastes like a distant relation to Coke. There's not a great deal of difference. It's got a nice cola flavour. And what's the caffeine in here? I don't think there'll be more caffeine in this than anything else. Yeah, caffeine's like the next to last ingredient, which I think it is on most colas. So it's probably going to have about the same amount of caffeine that Coke and Pepsi do. But I like it. And there we are, that's it. So thank you for watching this video where I open and drink a can of Royal Crown Cola. I would give this 8 out of 10. As a cola goes, just kind of a standard mid-range normal cola. I think it holds up pretty well alongside Coke and Pepsi. Can't really decide if it's better or worse. For me, it's pretty much the same. Slightly different taste, but not an unpleasant taste. Doesn't taste cheap, and if you see this around, and you may do as this is an import can, then I do recommend you check it out. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers and all my Patreon supporters. I'm going to go now, finish the rest of my RC Royal Crown Cola with my lunch, and I do hope that you will join me again next time for my next taste test and product review video. Cheers everyone. See ya!